Hi, this is Miss Cindy. I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. Right before Thanksgiving, I tried something new. I wanted to see if I could do an acrylic pour on a vase. It didn't come out too bad. This is the vase. It has some flaws because when I resined it, I wasn't quite sure how to resin it to make sure, so I got a couple of spots there. I can always sand those down and resin it again, but for the first attempt, it wasn't too bad. And with my runoff, I made matching coasters, and they came out gorgeous. So that was the first attempt of doing this vase. Then I decided I wanted to do another vase, but I wanted to make a centerpiece. So that's this one. And what I did was I used round coasters instead. And then I glued them together, did my pour, and then resined them. So here you go with a nice little centerpiece. And the reason why I chose these is because I already had the gold poinsettias. And then you can use it that way, or you can even use the centerpiece by putting a candle in the middle. So there's a lot that you can do when you do this acrylic pour. I've seen some people actually do the pour on a canvas and then they have a matching picture. But people have more uses for a centerpiece or coasters than just a random picture. So today I am just going to do a basic acrylic pour on a vase to show you what I've done. And these are all the supplies you will need. I haven't decided on colors yet because I'm not too sure if I'm going to put a floral piece inside it or not. But I just got a simple vase, cost me $1 from the dollar store. And I have a large cup that you would sit on top of it. And then I've already taped the back of my tiles. So this is how it would be set up. Right there, you do your pour, it comes down, then you tilt your tiles, and then you go ahead and let your tiles, I use little paper cups that I let the tiles sit on so they can drip down. This is pretty basic. The only thing that I do different that I haven't seen anybody else do different is you see this blue tape around here. The reason why I put this tape here is because you get the drips from not only the acrylic pour, but you also get them from the resin. Now, if anybody has made the mistake and not taped the bottom of a canvas or the bottom of a tile or whatever you're working on, you haven't taped it off and you resin it, you get those drips. And those drips are bad to get off. So I do my due diligence ahead of time. And with this, once it starts dripping, I take like a popsicle stick and I will just keep going around here until it starts to dry and it's not dripping anymore. So it's a nice smooth surface. When I resin it, I will do the same thing. I will go around here and I will just use this stick to keep it from dripping. And then when I'm finished, when I pull it off, it's no problem. For some reason the tape worked for me. I tried it the first time and it worked pretty good. There's no sanding that I have to do at the top of my vase. And then I did it a second time the exact same way. And once again, there is no sanding that needs to be done at the top of the vase. I was afraid because I have made that mistake and had to sand off or get my heat gun on a canvas to get resin drips off, and it's a bear. And this is glass, so I didn't want to be, I didn't want to break it, after I go through all of this trouble trying to get the drips off. So I tried to find a technique where I wouldn't get the drips at all. And so far, 2 for 2, I'm okay. So like I said, it does take time. You have to keep going around this edge to keep it smooth, but it pays in the long run. So I'm just going to get started. I'm going to pick some colors and I'm going to get started. And I'm just going to show you how to do a basic acrylic pour on a vase. I decided to go with a red, silver, and green metallic. It's in my cup. I just layered it. And I'm just going to go ahead and start pouring. So I'm just going to take it at the top and do some swirls and just let it run down. I left some extra paint just in case I would need to get a little bit more on the tiles. Alright, yep, and I'm going to need more paint on the tiles, but that's fine. It'll be the same color. Okay. I may need a little bit more paint because as you can see, nothing is happening on this side. Okay, so we just add a little bit more paint. Now, I really did want this to be a brighter red. I don't want to get in front of the camera. So, right here, do the same thing. See if I can push this side down. And catch that piece that it didn't get over there. Okay, now it's covering up that side. There you go. Okay. I'm just dabbing it lightly with my gloves to make sure it keeps running. Okay, I got a small section over there that still needs paint. Eventually this will come down. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we've got the whole vase covered. Yep, there's a small section right there. There you go. Okay, so the whole vase is covered now. So I'll take my stick and just go around here. Try to get some of the excess off before I move this vase. And this I'm going to be doing until it actually dries. Okay. Because it's on a cup, you can lift it and just put it to the side. So, Okay, so now it's time to do this mess. I hate the tilting, but hey, it's got to be done. I'm thinking, I wanted this a little bit. I started with a Red Bond red, but I think the touch of green or the silver overpowered it. So now it looks almost like a mauve, which is fine as long as they're matching. I have plenty of runoff to get these tiles covered. Okay, we just got to get this little section down here. Okay, I forgot my paper towels. So, here I go again. While those are drying, I'm going to come back. And I'm going under here again. And I'm actually just putting my stick up against that tape and guiding me around. Okay. So that's the first part of it. Second part is after this dries, we'll go ahead and resin it. So I'll be back. Okay, well, my resin is ready. I've been mixing it for the past 5 minutes. And I'm going to pull this off. Everything is dry. The towels are dry and the vase is dry. And I just want you to see how nice and smooth that is. By going around with the popsicle stick to keep it smooth from the drips. So we made it past that one. We're going to put it back on nice and sturdy. And now I got to make it past the resin. So I'm going to go ahead and get started resining. I'm going to put just enough on here, and then I'm going to use my gloves to bring this down. Okay, let's see if we've gotten. This is the mistake I made the first time where I didn't have it covered really good and I had a couple of spots that was open, but I think this one is nice and smooth. Okay. So I'm going to put this to the side for the time being. I want to try to get this out of the way so that you can see the tiles being done. Okay, now we just have to do the tiles. I believe I have enough resin left over. I just used 5 ounces of resin. And hopefully it's enough to do all of this. I believe it is. And then I had some extra paint left over, and I don't believe in wasting anything. So a little bit of the pour, I did a little Christmas bug, which I'm going to go ahead and resin that too if I have enough resin. I hope you can see me doing this. There you go. And here, with my little bit of paint that I had left over from the pour, I just went ahead and grabbed a Christmas bulb. Now, this is the first time I've ever done this. I don't know if this is going to work either, but I figure I'll give it a try. Yeah, I got a little contraption sitting up here to see if it'll hold in place. And we'll see how this does. I have done the Christmas balls, but I've just varnished them with a paint. I've never used resin. So this is something new too. We'll see how it comes out. It'll match the set if it does. Okay, I don't know how to do this, but let's see if it works. Okay. Okay, I just used the blowtorch to just take a little bit of the, got some air bubbles on there. Okay. So we're just going to sit here and wait for this to dry. I'm going to keep using my stick to go around, push up against that tape to keep it even. And try to catch these drips, because these are the most important drips you don't want to have. Okay, so that looks good. I don't know what's going on over here with that Christmas bulb, but we'll see. And I can even take some of the excess off of the tiles. All right, so we will be back when it dries. Well, my vase is dry to the touch. I don't know. This is what it looks like. I have a couple of bumps at the top, but not heavy drips. So that's not too bad. This is the first one that I got any bumps at the top. And then here are my coasters. And they're ready to get the corking on the back. And with that extra, as you saw, I attempted to do a little Christmas bulb. So that matches it too. First time I've done a resin on a Christmas ball. But anyway, that is just a basic tutorial on how to use acrylic pour on a vase. I use 1 part paint, 1 part Floetrol to get it going. And I hope this is helpful. Have a great day. Thank you.